This is Watch Dogs Legion on the Plasma TV. I'm using NVIDIA Deep Learning Super Resolution to get to upscale the image, so I get a higher fidelity on the Plasma TV because the Plasma TV is 1080p only. But, and by the way, I have the smoothness of the Deep Learning Super Resolution. I have the smoothness set to 20, lower than by the 33% by default. So I get a sharper image with this TAA implementation on Watch Dogs Legion. So I have all the graphics maxed out, everything but the details, the extra details, and the ray tracing is set to medium because higher than medium, just I don't see the difference at all. It's just the resolution of the ray trace reflections. I don't see any difference whatsoever, and it does require more power. So this is a 3080. So you see, it's a log 60, pretty much. It does have some minor drops, and the minor drops are because of the RAM. I need to upgrade my RAM. I have a 5800X3D, but my DDR4 RAM is just 2400, which is very low. So I need to upgrade and get a better RAM so that CPU can do its job there. So I keep the frame locked to 60 because the GPU is doing great. It's 90%, 80, so it should not drop below 60. So the point is, the quality of the image that I am getting here is as good as I've seen. Like, I've never seen better than this myself. And the best thing about it is that in movement, so when I'm doing this, everything keeps, like, the resolution of the image, it stays the same. It does not drop. You have to see that. If you have an OLED TV, you might be able to use black frame insertion and get a better result than this, hopefully. Although I've seen some people saying that black frame insertion at 60 frame, you get a flicker. But I hope you can do on an OLED TV black frame insertion at 120 and then just do VSync half. And why? Because there's no hardware to get 4K 120 on this game, for example, and max out the graphics. It's just not possible. You can use DLSS and downgrade the resolution, but you're going to suffer. I mean, the sharpness is going to suffer. So man, this is such an incredible fidelity on a $25 plasma TV. It is just amazing. This plasma TV, by the way, is from 2009. This is not even a good plasma TV. This is just a mediocre, old, and worn out plasma TV. So I am definitely hunting one of the best plasma TVs, and I'm willing to pay $300 for it. I'm willing to pay $300 for a 1080p 60 display, and that would sound crazy to anyone. That somebody that haven't seen this, what I'm looking at here, would think that I'm crazy. Like, why would you do that? Why would you have a 3080 and play on a 1080p display? Of course, I would love the plasma to be 1440p or even 4K. And there is actually one plasma TV that is 4K. It cost 600,000 pounds back in the day. Now it should be even more expensive because there is like 10 of them in the entire world. And I guess that TV might be the highest motion resolution you can get, period, on any display ever. So I'm sure that looks quite amazing. Although, yeah, I mean, that has to look incredible. I mean, no question about that. So, man, if you like graphics, if you love graphics, I mean, I like the graphics more than the games themselves. I actually just played Elden Ring, Dark Souls, and Red Dead Redemption. I don't like this game, for example, but I like to open the game and look at the graphics. And when you're looking at the graphics, you don't want to just stand still. You want to move the camera. So when you move the camera, you have to see this. Believe me, please. Just get a plasma TV for $20, $50. People are giving it away. You can even get it for free. You can get this display, and you don't even need to have a 3080. You can easily get a Lock 60 if you have a good CPU, by the way, because this game, for example, is the CPU demanding is insane. It's so demanding on the CPU. This is a 5800X 3D, but I do need to get a better RAM. My RAM is just 2400, so I need to upgrade that. The CPU drops sometimes below 60, and I think it's because of the RAM. But anyway, please get a plasma. You're going to remember. You're not going to believe the results. It sounds crazy, 60 frames, 1080p. That's crap. It is not. It is amazing in movement. I have a 1440p 95 Hz gaming monitor with FreeSync. It's not even close. The quality of that display, when I move the camera, it's like 300p. It's the difference. It's just not even close. So the direction that the industry is doing, for example, Nvidia just announced the 500 Hz 1080p display. That is ridiculous. Why would you need 500 frames per second? There's no game. I mean, yeah, CSGO, you can get 500 frames per second. That's ridiculous. That just makes no sense. You have to realize that the motion blur, that is because the display is sample and hold, and our eyes don't like that sample and hold. You get that motion persistence. So it's called persistent blur. That's the name. So when you move the camera, it looks blurry because your eyes is the way our eyes work. So 60 frames per second at 60 Hz on this technology is amazing. It's like a CRT. You can get a CRT monitor. The problem with CRT monitors is that they are too small. It's just too small. I have one, by the way. I have one just sitting right here, and I use it, but it's too small. The screen is too small. But when you move the camera on the CRT, that's that's just ridiculous. So sharp. It's perfect. So you move the camera on the CRT, and it's just the same. Like there's no difference at all. But this is so close, so close, and I love that it's a bigger screen, and it does have a nicer picture quality. The colors are better. This is displaying 12 bits, this plasma TV. So yeah, I have to end the video because I'm running out of space, but I'm gonna be showing some other games. I have like 5,000 gigabytes of games and I only like Elden Ring and all of that. I don't want to show Elden Ring because it's gonna have massive spoilers. I'm almost at the end, but I'm gonna be showing other videos and other examples. Of course, the quality you see on the video is not the same as what I'm looking at here. You have to believe me. You see that blooming on the afterburner numbers? I don't see that blooming. So it's just, the recording is crap. You have to believe me. And let's say that I am wrong, and you get the plasma TV and you say, oh, this is crap. It's not gonna cost you more than $50. Just get one, very cheap, and I guarantee you are gonna be like me, just trying to hunt for an amazing plasma TV. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the best that I can get, and I'm willing to pay whatever they ask for the plasma TV. Whatever they ask for it, I'm gonna pay it because this is the best image quality I've ever seen. And I'm also gonna get the OLED soon, and I'm going to do a comparison. And if the OLED doesn't look better than this, I'm gonna have a heart attack. It has to be better. But let's see. Yeah, we will see.